Disney-a-thon. Why are the dogs barking? Why are the dogs barking now that I started recording? How fast did I do it? This is it! Hi everyone, what is up? Welcome back to the channel. New. Full Jurassic Park shelf. One day. Hey everyone, welcome back to Books Under Covers. I'm Francis and today we are back with one new video about the up and coming, the amazing, the beautiful Disney-a-thon. And we know, you were expecting this, you were waiting for this, and it's just about to start. And this is why this video is about my Disney-a-thon TBR. Kind of like an August TBR. For some of us, it has already started. There's one team that has a special power where you start 3 days earlier, and that date was today or yesterday, something like that, but doesn't matter. We have 2 days to start in Team Lion King, and we are ready for it. You guys know it, I know it. Here's a TBR for it. So the first prompt for the Team Lion King in the Disney-a-thon is Simba. Read a book featuring a male protagonist. And for this one, I'm gonna have... I need it. Damn it. I thought I would finish reading the Jurassic Park series with Jurassic World. I don't know exactly what happens in this book because I have seen the movies, but books sometimes are way more different than movies. And I am not sure that this features Alan Grant still. But I am hoping it does. If it doesn't, I'm gonna have to DNF this and actually find a book that does feature Alan Grant. But I think it does. Next prompt is Mufasa. Read a book featuring war and politics. And for this one, and again, I am hoping it does feature these topics, I'm going to be reading The Fever King. This book was written by Victoria Lee, and I am absolutely not sure it features war and politics. But I did read a synopsis, and it did seem like it does. So hopefully it does. Hopefully I get to, you know, order it in while I'm reading Jurassic World, and everything will be okay. Maybe not from Book Depository, though. I have to consider that. But we'll see how that goes. The third prompt for the Readathon in Team Lion King is Nala. Read an adult romance. And for this one, I'm gonna go with Sputnik Sweetheart. And for this one, I'm gonna go with Sputnik Sweetheart from Haruki Murakami. The last book I read from Haruki Murakami was 1Q84, and I do remember it being an adult romance. And because I know his books tend to keep on the same genre, I thought I'd do some research and actually find out if there was any other book that would interest me and be kind of in this topic, and I did find this one. I'm really looking forward to reading this one because I really loved Haruki Murakami's writing, and it seems like an interesting synopsis. It seems like every story he does is interesting as hell. They do tend to be very calm, so I hope I don't get into a reading slump. So we're gonna fight the slumps. The whole Team Lion King is gonna fight the slumps and win this thing. After this one, we have the fourth prompt, Scar. Read a book that will push your emotions over the edge. And this book must be read in, of course, one day. And for this one, I did some thinking as well. I tried to think of an author that actually pushed my emotions through the edge in their last book that I read, and I remembered All the Light We Cannot See by Anthony Doerr. That book destroyed me at the end and destroyed me midway. So I decided to go and search for any other Anthony Doerr book that actually seemed like it would get my emotions over the edge, and I ended up finding The Shell Collector. This book seems to be a mix of short stories, or short-ish stories at least, that feature different emotions, different life experiences, and of course, I might be completely wrong, it might not be this at all, but fortunately, this team's special ability is that you can change your TBR and DNF books in whichever way you like. Of course, by DNFing a book, you will not win any points for that book, you will not lose any points as well, but you will just have spent your time, which is not great. Hopefully this doesn't have to happen to me by choosing The Shell Collector. But it does seem like a really interesting book, and it does seem like a really interesting read to add to my TBR and my read books. And then last but not least, of course, there is Timon. The last prompt is read the book group. And the Team Lion King's group book is Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the World. Of the universe. This book was a bit of a question mark for me before because I didn't really know it, and when I learned the title, when I heard it at first, it was a bit weird, too big, and maybe not that interesting. But then I started reading synopsises and I started looking at the cover and I actually got really into it, and now I hope I love it. The idea of this pick was that it's a book mostly about friendship. And that's what we try to focus on. Plus, I do have company to read this one because my girlfriend, Simmer V, is of course gonna join me in reading it because she was really curious about it. Her channel is gonna be right down there. If you have the chance, just go by and subscribe to her. She does some videos, she does some streaming when she can, and it's awesome. So just go for it. Also, do not forget, one very important rule about the group books is that you must read all the other books in all the other prompts before getting to it, and they do have to be in order, in the order I mentioned in this video. After you finish this group book and after you finished all the topics for your team, you can actually start working on the topics from another team. So you can just start building your way up their list as well. The points are going to be calculated. It's going to be the average points for every team because otherwise it wouldn't be very fair. Some teams have way more people, some other teams have not that many people. I think Team Lion King has about 40 something, close to 50, maybe 50 something people. The others have, I think, in the 100s, so it would not be that fair. So we actually decided to go into the average. So every book you read counts for your team. There will be some reading sprints. Maybe I'm gonna do some live shows in the meantime so that we can do some reading sprints. Hopefully that will happen, and I hope I will see you guys there. One more very important thing. There was a comment in my last video about this, and it was actually very, very interesting. One person approached me saying that she would have preferred to have another book for the group book because she has already read Aristotle and Dante, and she actually loved it, but she wasn't counting on reading it so early again because it was not a long time ago that she read it. So in these situations, if you have this problem, you can go ahead and choose a book from the other three. And they were Holes, and there are two more that I actually can't remember right now, but you can go for it. So there are 3 more books in there that you can choose. Choose wisely, finish them fast, and I will see you guys at the finish line. So thank you so much for being here. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to comment if you have any questions, or if you actually have already read one book at the 1st of August. Yeah, just go ahead and comment. I'll be waiting there for you guys. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys at the next one. Bye.